वेरी गुड आफ्टरनून. कैसे हैं आप सभी? ऑल गुड? ग्रेट. गुड गुड. सो ओनली भरत सर एंड लैक्स सर, आपके वीडियोस ऑन है. रेस्ट और अच्छा, शैला मैडम ऑल्सो, हर वीडियो इज ऑन. ओके, चलिए ठीक है. So good afternoon and nice to meet you after a long time. I was not there in Mumbai, so I could not take the class. Nice to see all the videos getting turned on. Okay, great. So today's topic is about fasting, correct? Especially Navratri fasting. Okay, so how many of you, generally you do Navratri fasting, or maybe at once upon a time you were doing fasting, now not able to do fasting. Is there anyone who is still continuing with the fast? Sorry, Navratri fasting. Or have you heard about Navratri fasting? You must have heard about Navratri. No, sir, don't say like, sir, you have not heard about Navratri fasting. Everyone does. I mean, most of the people, they do Navratri fasting without knowing the scientific reason behind it. But many people, they do because of religious purpose. It's not only Navratri, any religion, whichever religion you follow, there is the term fasting, upvas. Correct? Vrat. Okay. So this fasting, I'm going to discuss on this topic only today, that why do we fast and what is the importance of fasting, especially during Navratri. But before that, I would like to share something. A person, a spiritual person, gave this explanation about fasting. So he said that, do you know what is fasting? Fasting means what? We generally think that we don't eat anything, cooked food. People who are non-vegetarians, they don't eat non-veg food. People have only fruits, milk, those kind of sattvic food, maybe for the whole day. Some people, they break fast in the evening, or maybe 9 days people survive only on mono fruit. I don't know, in Maharashtra, this is very common. I have seen Maharashtrians, they eat only one fruit the entire day. I mean, all 9, it's like, one, if you start your day with apple, which means it will be only apple. If you are having papaya, which means only papaya. So mono fruit. And without footwear, they walk. I don't know about other places, but in Maharashtra, this is very common. Okay, so once I was asking someone that, same way we were having some discussion about the fasting. So this person, he asked me, do you know the meaning of fasting, upvas, in Hindi? I said, yes, of course. We don't eat anything. We eat only fruits. We drink milk. That is fasting. So very nice explanation he gave. He said that upvas, when you break the word, so up means upar rehne wala, upvas, upar रहने वाला. सो वो जो ऊपर रहने वाला है, उससे हम अपनी नजदीकियां बढ़ाते हैं जब हम उपवास करते हैं. सो ही very nicely he shared one short story where he said that ये जो होते हैं ना, जो भिक्षा मांगते हैं, what we call them as, जो जाते, पुराने जमाने में होता था ना, जाकर के भिक्षा मांगते थे, फिर चावल दाल जो मिलता था उससे फिर खाना बनाते थे. So one such person, he was going and asking for bhiksha. So there was a businessman sitting in his shop. So he gave some rice, जो भी था उसके पास में, he offered. This man asked him कि तुम भगवान को याद करते हो क्या? Now, this is a very nice, story to understand about the fasting concept, which is very important for all of us, because the spiritual significance also we need to understand. So वो पूछता है, वो आदमी, वो जो भिक्षा मांगने वाला, कि भगवान को याद करते हो क्या? He asks the businessman. So this businessman says, कैसे याद करूं, टाइम ही नहीं है, because whole day I'm busy with my business. So people keep coming. You are seeing I have got clothes business. तो लोग आते हैं दुकान पे, तो ग्राहक रहते ही हैं, टाइम नहीं मिलता है. So this man asks him another question, कि दिन में कितने टाइम खाना खाते हो? The businessman replies, 3 times. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. So this man again asks that how much time do you take to complete one meal? He says at least 45 minutes to 1 hour. 1 घंटा तो लगता ही है खाने बैठने के लिए. तो ये आदमी कहता है, बिजनेसमैन को बोलता है, so can you do one thing? Can you skip one meal? Any one meal, and that 1 hour you can save and you can remember God. Is it possible for you? So this man says, of course, this is simple. मैं वैसे भी भगवान को याद नहीं करता हूँ, टाइम नहीं मिलता है. तो अगर मैं एक टाइम स्किप कर देता हूँ अपना मील, 1 घंटा naturally मिल जाएगा. So what I'll do is I'll skip my breakfast. So morning time I will not eat anything. So that 1 hour I'll save and I will remember God for that 1 hour. That I can do. So this man again asks him, is it possible for you to skip one more meal so that you can remember God 2 hours a day? 24 घंटे में कम से कम 2 घंटा तो तुम भगवान को याद कर सकते हो, अगर 2 टाइम का खाना बंद किया तो पॉसिबल है क्या? So this man says, businessman says कि हाँ, God has given me so much, so I can do this much. मैं कर तो सकता हूँ. So what I'll do is I'll skip my lunch also. I'll have only dinner. तो 2 घंटे में याद कर सकता हूँ, डायरेक्टली घर जाकर के मैं डिनर करूंगा. So again this man asks कि और 1 घंटा और एक मील्स भी स्किप कर दोगे तो 3 घंटा तुम याद कर सकते हो भगवान को. So mainly he was trying to make this businessman understand that the meaning of उपवास, we say ना, ऊपर रहने वाला जो है उसको याद करना, that is उपवास. So when we talk about the spiritual significance of fasting, what we think is fasting, chalo kuch nahi khaya. One is the physical cleanliness, because there are a lot of toxins have been accumulated inside our body, which is called as kapha, K-A-P-H-A, kapha. If you have heard in Ayurveda, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Okay, so when there is an imbalance in the Vata, Pitta and Kapha, naturally, lot of health problems we face. And the toxins, they get accumulated in the form of kapha or kapha. So जितना भी हमारे अंदर टॉक्सिन्स जमा होता है, ओके, वो सारा जो जमा होता है, that is kapha. Kapha is basically, it will aggravate the many health issues, plus जो हमारा weight बढ़ता है ना, that is because of the imbalance of kapha. और ये कफा कैसे एग्रीवेट होता है? बिकॉज ऑफ द फॉल्टी ईटिंग हैबिट्स. तो हम लोग कुछ ना कुछ खाते रहते हैं ना. दैट्स द रीजन यू विल फाइंड दैट एवरी रिलीजन, whether it is Hinduism or Islam or Christianity or Jain, any religion you follow, but everywhere fasting is mentioned. So the meaning of fasting, one is to cleanse the physical system. Second is going near the God, that is upvas. Okay, so here today we are going to talk, because this is more of a nutrition class, we are going to talk about the benefits of fasting that will affect our physical health. और physical health में जब benefit दिखता है तो automatically mental और emotional health पे भी असर करता है. Yesterday was World Mental Health Day. I don't know how, sorry, how many of you remember this? Mental health is nowadays given a lot of importance. अब वो मेंटल हेल्थ हम अटेन कर सकते हैं जब हमारा फिजिकल हेल्थ अच्छा हो. तो हाउ डू वी फास्ट? व्हाट इज द राइट वे ऑफ फास्टिंग एंड व्हाई शुड आई फास्ट? That's a big question mark. Okay. So there is a word called Dakshinayan. In Ayurvedic science also, in our typical Indian traditional culture and all, you must have heard about the word Dakshinayan. Now, what is Dakshinayan? The time period from somewhere from 22nd September to 20th March. ये जो 6 महीने का जो पीरियड होता है ना, सो दैट इज रेफर्ड एज दक्षिणायन, वेयर सो इस पीरियड में क्या होता है, मैक्सिमम ऑफ द एक्यूमुलेशन, जितना भी हमारा टॉक्सिन जो एक्यूमुलेट हुआ है, दैट विल स्टार्ट शोइंग ऑफ. द बॉडी विल सी व्हेनेवर वी हैव हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम. आप एक चीज कभी भी आप लोगों ने अगर नोटिस किया होगा तो देखना, कभी कभी जब बॉडी बहुत डिमांड करता है रेस्ट का, तो व्हाट हैपेंस, यू फील लाइक स्लीपिंग ऑल द टाइम. एम आई राइट? यस, करेक्ट. इफ आई गिव माय ओन एग्जांपल, last week I had gone for a tour, 6 days tour. I don't know, maybe the weather change, what, I don't know. After coming back I had fever was fine, वो ठीक हो गया मेडिसिन से. But it's more than a week. If you tell me that Bhavani, go and sleep, I am ready to sleep. Like body is becoming so tired. Like all the time I feel like sleeping. Why this happens? Because the body demands that rest, because body has not received rest for a long time. So it will demand. Correct. So similarly, during this time, especially 20 सितंबर के बाद से जो चेंजेस हमारे क्लाइमेट में जो होता है, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट स्पेशली इंडियन वेदर के हिसाब से मैं बात कर रही हूँ, जो हमारा चेंजेस होता है, इन चेंजेस में जब हमारा फूड पैटर्न चेंज नहीं होता है, इफ वी आर ईटिंग और फॉलोइंग द सेम फूड पैटर्न, सो स्लोली कुछ ना कुछ हमें हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं. वन मोर थिंग, नवरात्रि के बाद में दिवाली आता है. सो ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम यू विल फाइंड दैट गर्म से सडन ठंडा. In Mumbai, we don't experience any cold, but people who are living in Bangalore or North, you will find that there is sudden, you will experience this. वो climate change होता है. So आप कभी भी देखोगे नवरात्रि में we do fasting, दिवाली में भर भर के we eat घी वाली मिठाइयाँ, तली हुई चीजें. We all eat, हम दिवाली के नाम पे खा रहे हैं, but it has got a significance. वो हम अपना जो क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन है, जो नेचर है, उसके साथ में हमारे बॉडी को हम उसको इक्वेट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. सो व्हाई डू वी नीड टू फास्ट ड्यूरिंग नवरात्रि? बिकॉज देयर इज अ डिफरेंस इन द टेम्परेचर. आप देखोगे नवरात्रि के टाइम पे सडन गर्मी बहुत बढ़ने लगती है. एम आई राइट? करेक्ट. नवरात्र के टाइम पे बहुत ज्यादा गर्मी लगती है, आप देखना कभी भी. दैट इज वन थिंग. सेकेंड, एज आई सेड, जो हम लोग खाते रहते हैं जो महीनों से, राइट, सो वो पूरा टॉक्सिन्स एक्यूमुलेट होता है हमारे पेट में, एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड एज कफा. इसको एलिमिनेट करने के लिए द सिस्टम, आवर सिस्टम नीड्स सम काइंड ऑफ रेस्ट. And that rest we can give only when we are fasting. Now coming to the main point, that how do we need to fast? So that the toxins are eliminated from the body and our body is again, that rejuvenation of cells happen. Okay. So आज है ना एक होमवर्क आप करना. I think last once I had given this homework. I don't know कितने लोगों ने किया. But again, I'll remind you, you do this homework. Okay. This regeneration of cells. Okay. Now, what is regeneration of cells? Whenever we do fasting, fasting means what? जब हम अपने आप को भूखा रखते हैं. भूखा क्यों रखना है? क्योंकि वो जितने घंटे हम भूखे रहते, see, there is a difference. When you do fasting, do it properly or do not do it. क्योंकि nowadays fasting के नाम पे we do lot of mistakes. What we do? We drink lot of tea and coffee in the name of fasting. We eat lot of wafers. We eat different type of sabudana का varieties बना के. Fasting means completely we are giving break to our digestive system, number one. Second, whatever we are eating, that has to be a sattvic ahar. What is sattvic ahar? That means only fruits, vegetable juices. Milk is actually acidic, but if you can get pure A2 milk, the milk which you get from the A2 cow milk, if you get, that you can have. This is considered as the sattvic ahar. So when you are on fast, when you are staying away from tea or coffee, then only detoxification will happen. When you eat fruits, then only detoxification will happen. Okay. So during Navratri, if you want to fast, what should be the right way to fast? And why do we fast? Because we want to clear our system. We want to eliminate those toxins from our body. Okay. So number one, how do we fast? Fasting ke liye, what you have to do is do one thing all the 9 days. If not possible 9 days, at least do for 3 days. Okay. 3 days अब कोई भी 3 consecutive days select करना. It's not that 1 day किया 2 दिन फिर खाया 3रे दिन किया, not like that. You select 3 days, okay, during this Navratri minimum, and these 3 days we are going to have only fruits. Fruits, not mixed fruits. It has to be mono fruit. So if you are having apple, which means the entire day you will have apple only. Okay. Second option will be tender coconut water, because suddenly itna fast karna mushkil hai. Okay. So we will include 3-4 items in our fasting. So one is the mono fruit, कोई एक fruit सारा दिन के लिए आप रखना. Second is tender coconut water, at least 2 glasses of tender coconut water. Third thing is go for vegetable juice. Vegetable juice may be best is a combination of carrot and sweet lime. जिसमें carrot ज़्यादा होगा, sweet lime कम होगा. For example, if for one person, if you are making juice, so 4 to 5 carrots and 1 small sweet lime is enough. That is enough. So when we are taking all these things during our fasting, so mainly what is happening, we are giving lot of micronutrients to our body. Micronutrients means vitamins and minerals. ये raw form में 100% अच्छे form में हमारी body को मिल रहा है. And this is how the stomach starts getting clean. हमारा जो पेट है वो साफ होने लगता है. So once the stomach is getting cleared, which means the old toxins which has been accumulated, वो सब धीरे 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 से साफ हो रहा है. So 3 days you can do this kind of fasting. Suppose you have that fear that I'm diabetic, or maybe I'm hypertensive, or maybe my family members are not allowing me to do. Age is also a factor. So if you are really concerned that you will not be able to do this kind of fasting, then we will go for the second type of fasting, easier one. But do try this during Navratri, only do this, क्योंकि maximum cleaning हमारे system का यही time पे होता है. तो नवरात्रि संडे से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, तो आप नेक्स्ट वीक में 3 दिन के लिए इसको आजमा के देखना. यू विल डेफिनेटली गेट टू सी द रिजल्ट. ओके. सो नंबर 1 में अगर आपसे ये डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है तो सेकेंड ऑप्शन. नाउ इन सेकेंड ऑप्शन व्हाट वी डू इज द एंटायर डे यू टेक फ्रूट. ओके. सो मोनो फ्रूट से कभी कभी पेट नहीं भरता है. सो इन दैट केस 2 fruit you can mix, only 2, not more than 2. तो 2 में भी हम कौन सा मिक्स करेंगे? You can mix apple and banana That is one option. You can mix banana and पपाया, इसको आप मिक्स कर सकते हो, बस इतना, और ज्यादा फ्रूट्स के झंझट में आप मत जाना. दिस इज इनफ. ओके, सो 2 fruits you can take, or maybe you have taken apple और उसके बाद में 2 घंटे के बाद में you have taken banana, that also you can do. ओके, सो फ्रूट हो गया, जूस एंड टेंडर कोकोनट वाटर है, ये तो आप कर रहे हो. साथ में बिफोर 6 o'clock you have your dinner. Now in dinner what you will have, take millets rather than going for sabzi or roti or chawal kind of thing. Okay, go for millets. Millets को हम कैसे लेंगे? See, any shiri dhan, best is the little millet. Okay, पतला जो sama rice, in Hindi we call it as sama rice or sama rice, हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना. नॉर्थ में फेमस है, साउथ में भी people take this sama rice. That is white color. Soak it for half an hour. Don't pressure cook it. Cook it in kadhai, add lot of vegetables and little sendha namak, little pepper powder and little ghee. That's it. This is enough. So before 6 o'clock you have this. So this will be kind of, your mind will also be relaxed. Okay, I've eaten some cooked food. So this can be taken. This will also help to clear the system. So 3 days, if you follow this kind of fasting, you will definitely see that your system is getting cleared. आपका जो सिस्टम है ना, डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम, ये बहुत अच्छे से आपको क्लियर होता हुआ नजर आएगा. ओके, एंड योर हेल्थ विल improve. Now, before and after, you have to take care. Suppose 3 days, if you want to start from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 15, 16, 17, that's 15th Navratri is starting. Okay, so from 14th onwards, you have to do certain preparation. In the sense, 14th night, you will not have your dinner. Instead of dinner, you will have your a big bowl of soup. That is enough. Okay, so 15th, you can stay whole day on fruits, juice, the vegetable juice, and then tender coconut water. In the evening, you can have the millet, rice, whatever, the millet vegetable you can have. Next day, same routine you will follow. Third day also same you will follow. So 15, 16, 17, 3 days when you are doing fasting, just for example, then 15, 16, 17, 18th morning, you will have fruits. Then for the lunch, you will have the normal proper lunch. Try doing this fasting, especially during this Navratri time. अगर आपसे पॉसिबल नहीं है 9 दिन करना, कोई बात नहीं, आप 3 दिन करके देखो. इमेंस हेल्थ बेनिफिट्स यू विल फाइंड, क्योंकि हमारा सिस्टम जो है वो पूरी तरह से साफ होने लगेगा. Second thing is, since we are not going to eat anything, तो बॉडी पे जो सोल्जर होता है बॉडी के अंदर का, वो अपना हीलिंग का काम कर सकता है. So more and more healing will happen. Now what is happening? Our body is concentrating only on digestion. Healing is not happening. तो हम जितना, जैसे वो कहावत भी है ना, लंगड़म परम औषधम, fasting is the best medicine. So when you fast, that healing will automatically happen. तो जितना healing होना चालू होगा, उतना easy होगा regeneration of cells. Okay, so regeneration of cells जब होता है, तब फायदा क्या होगा? If you are diabetic, hypertensive, heart problem, weight problem, thyroid, PCOS, any lifestyle disorder, you will find उसमें आपको फर्क पड़ रहा है. आप 3 दिन अगर ऐसा करोगे ना, 4th day you check your BP and check your sugar level. आप देखना, आपको डिफरेंस पता चलेगा. Okay, so this is how fasting will give benefit. जो हमारा ना healing की वजह से ये benefit होगा. So there was a Japanese scientist who received this award. He received award in 2016 only. अभी latest recent में उसका, that was autophagy induced during fasting. if you read this article or if अगर आप इस पे सर्च करोगे ना YouTube में, so autophagy induced during fasting, AUTOPHAGY. So autophagy induced during fasting, the entire process he has mentioned that हम जब fasting करते हैं, जब भूखा रखते हैं अपने आप को 16 घंटे, 18 घंटे, 20 घंटे, तो वो टाइम पे हमारा पूरा जो सेल्स है किस तरह से रीजेनरेट होता है, और जो पुराने डेड सेल्स है, ओके, वो सारे पूरे निकल कर नए कैसे बनते हैं, और ये नए सेल बनने के बाद में हमारे हेल्थ में क्या इंप्रूवमेंट आता है. ओके, सो बट दिस फास्टिंग विच द लेटेस्ट नेम ऑटोफेजी, जो साइंटिफिक वर्ड है, साइंस वर्ड है, तो ये हम लोगों के इंडियन सिस्टम में था. करेक्ट, इट वॉज देयर इन आवर system long back, our ancestors were doing all these things, so this was not new for us. But the only thing is अभी research हो गया है, इसको award मिल गया है researcher को, so it's a big thing. So that is the reason we need to fast. Fasting is very important. ठीक है, ये जब नवरात्रि का फास्टिंग खत्म हो करके, now there's going to be seasonal change. जब दिवाली का टाइम आता है तो ठंड शुरू होती है. जब ठंड शुरू होती है तो हमारे बॉडी में एक तरह से वी हैव टू, अब जैसे हम ब्लैंकेट डालते हैं ना ठंड से बचने के लिए, सो द इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स आल्सो नीड सम इंसुलेशन. दैट इंसुलेशन वी गेट ओनली फ्रॉम द फैट्स, एंड दैट इज द रीजन दिवाली मिठाई इज ऑलवेज मेड अप ऑफ घी. आप देखोगे नमकीन जो बनते हैं वो तेल में बनते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि वो तेल और घी जो है वो इंसुलेटर का काम करती है. ओके, सो दैट्स या एनी क्वेश्चन इन द मीनवाइल फास्टिंग के बारे में? See, I can see, can diabetic people fast? That's one question. Any limit to the number of apples? I do fasting on Ekadashi, not Navratri. Okay, so I'll answer to all the questions, but first thing is, this is interesting, Ekadashi wala fasting, because once I was taking online class like this, senior citizens class only. So there was a lady who came up with a very beautiful concept, ठीक है, जो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, which I would like to share. Same topic was going on about the fasting. So she's a Marwadi lady. So she said, कि Bhavani, in our community, Rajasthani community, women, they fast at a very early age, the Ekadashi fasting. Men join at a later age. मतलब वो कहना चाह रही थी कि अगर हम लोग 25 साल की उम्र में एकादशी फास्टिंग करते हैं, तो जो आदमी होते हैं वो बहुत एज के बाद में, मतलब 50 साल 55 साल के बाद में वो फास्टिंग शुरू करते हैं. Is there anyone in our group also who men, especially male member, who started fasting at a very later age, but his wife was fasting from a very young age? ऐसा कोई है? Generally हमारे इंडियन सिस्टम में आप देखोगे फीमेल्स बहुत ज्यादा फास्टिंग करती है कंपेयर टू मेन. आप देखोगे नॉर्थ साउथ एनीवेयर यू गो, तो फीमेल्स जो है ना ज्यादा फास्टिंग करती है. My mother, once upon a time, she used to fast so much that my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, he used to ask her, आप सिर्फ इतना बता दो कौन से दिन आप खाना खाते हो, because every day was fast for her. Some were there Tuesday for skin, Saturday for Shani, Friday for Santoshi Mata, Monday for I don't know, ऐसे करके, and ultimately fasting के नाम पे she used to take only coffee. ऐसे हो गया था, and because of that she fell sick also. Then we stopped all these things. So generally we find that women fast a lot. How many of you say yes? Do you agree? In India especially, Lak sir is saying yes. बाकी के लोग, आप लोग नहीं, आपको लगता है? Shaila ji also says yes. ठीक है, जितना आप देखोगे फीमेल्स बहुत ज्यादा फास्टिंग करती हैं. तो दिस लेडी, मारवाड़ी लेडी, शी जस्ट टोल्ड मी कि भवानी शायद इसलिए ये सिस्टम बना होगा कि फीमेल्स जो फास्टिंग करती है ना, बिकॉज द एज गैप बिटवीन हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ में बहुत ज्यादा रहता है. अपने इंडिया अभी nowadays people don't follow, otherwise my mom and dad also 10 years difference, 10 to 12 years 15 years का डिफरेंस रहता था पुराने जमाने में. करेक्ट. में इतना तो मिनिमम 10 years, 8 to 10 years रहता ही है. सो हस्बैंड इज ऑलवेज एटलीस्ट 8 or 10 years elder to wife. करेक्ट. यस, होता है ना ऐसे. तो ये जो फास्टिंग का कंसेप्ट है, अभी वो उन्होंने कहा, पता है मुझे भी ऐसा लगा शायद राइट होगा. तो हर अंडरस्टैंडिंग वाज आफ्टर लिसनिंग टू माय क्लासेस कि उनको ऐसे लगा कि वो तो बहुत कम एज से फास्टिंग कर रही है, लेकिन उनके हस्बैंड जो है 55 क्रॉस करने के बाद में एकादशी फास्टिंग किया. तो हर कंसेप्ट वाज कि ऑटोफेजी इंड्यूस ड्यूरिंग फास्टिंग का सुन करके शायद रीजन हमारे मारवाड़ी कम्युनिटी में इसलिए रखा होगा कि आदमी लोग 50-55 के बाद फास्ट करो, क्योंकि बाद में वो पहले से रीजनरेशन ऑफ सेल्स की उनको जरूरत नहीं है. दे आर ऑलरेडी जो एज में काफी बड़े हैं ना, तो एक एज होने के बाद में जब वो फास्टिंग करते हैं, सो दिस ऑटोफेजी जो इंड्यूस होता है, जो रीजनरेशन ऑफ सेल होता है, तो एक आफ्टर अ सर्टेन एज दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड, तब तक उसकी जरूरत नहीं होती है. तो उनका ऐसा मानना था कि मे बी दैट इज द रीजन दैट विमेन एट अ वेरी यंग एज दे कंटिन्यू फास्टिंग इन द नेम ऑफ जो भी रिलीजन के हिसाब से. बट एक्चुअल में उनको ऐसा लगा कि शायद आफ्टर अ पर्टिकुलर एज आदमी जब फास्टिंग करते हैं, तब वो जो रीजनरेशन ऑफ सेल्स उस टाइम होना होता है, बिकॉज बीमारियां कुछ हो चुकी होती है, डायबिटीज हो या हाइपरटेंशन हो या कुछ भी हो, तो वो उससे रीजनरेशन ऑफ सेल्स होगा. सो दैट आई डोंट नो हाउ टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड. उन्होंने ना बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया था इसको कि मे बी ये रीजन है कि हम लोगों में ना आदमी लोग 50 के बाद में फास्टिंग करते हैं. तो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज व्हेन यू डू फास्टिंग, when you sincerely do fasting, one is अभी नवरात्रि फास्टिंग, इसके बाद में भी if you do fasting once in 15 days every alternate week, when you start doing fasting, और आप इसको ना 5-6 महीने तक you try and do this and see the result. So when you find ये जो फास्टिंग करते करते जो आप देखोगे ना, जितने सारे health problems, I'm telling you, right from joint pain, arthritis, gout, BP, sugar, any problem you have, just by doing fasting, you can reverse that problem, of course. So how many of you are convinced that fasting can be done, but at the same time, fear is there whether I will be able to do it or not? वो फियर भी है. कितने लोग वैसे कन्विंस हो गए कि फास्टिंग करना चाहिए? ओल्डन टाइम men were going out and working, thought it is the responsibility of ladies to keep the system okay for family by doing fasting. Okay, that is also I mean good reason. Yeah, I do no fasting. ठीक है. Okay, so how many of you are convinced that you can do, you should be doing fasting? Convinced but not sure. I can do for 3 days. This is very nice, Shobha ji. Very sincerely, honestly, you have mentioned. Those who think that you will not be able to do fasting for 3 days, not a problem. Do it one day. And this one day, every week, if you do one day. So what happens is, mainly, the body becomes alkaline. हम जितना फास्ट, क्योंकि फास्टिंग के डे वी विल बी कॉन्शियस. आप टी कॉफी बिल्कुल टच मत करना. यू विल बी हैविंग ओनली फ्रूट्स, यू विल बी हैविंग ओनली जूस. सो फ्रूट जूस, coconut water, all these are what? Alkaline food. The body becomes more and more alkaline. When the body becomes alkaline, naturally we will be disease free. Underline the word disease free. Okay, now why we are having health problems, why we are having diseases? Because the body has become very acidic. The blood has become very acidic. Why it has become acidic? Because of two reasons. One is the food which we are taking. The entire food which we are taking, that is acidic. Right from the morning, getting up in the morning, first thing is tea, coffee, then the entire day cooked food. Then we love eating, we eat this, that we know it is not good for our health, but we still keep on eating. So eating, that is making our body more and more acidic. Once the body becomes acidic, the blood also becomes acidic, which is the main cause of any disease on physical level. And when we talk about the mental level, then our thoughts. The more our thoughts are negative, the more our thoughts are fearful, the body becomes acidic. Now you will have this question. We understand, Bhavani, that eating wrong thing will make our body acidic, but how thinking in a wrong way can make our body acidic? Because the more we start thinking in a negative pattern, the more we have fearful thoughts, our brain secretes certain small amount of chemical, and those chemical, they travel all the way from the brain to our system, and then it makes our system acidic. So both the ways, फिजिकल लेवल फूड से भी हमारी बॉडी एसिडिक हो रही है, हमारे थॉट से भी हमारी बॉडी एसिडिक हो रही है. So when we do fasting, we are consuming more of the alkaline food. When we consume more of alkaline food, the mind will be automatically very calm. When you try this, when you are having only fruits and juice, those kind of सात्विक डाइट ना, उस दिन आप देखना माइंड में ज्यादा हलचल नहीं होता है. You will be able to relax. Your mind will be very peaceful. So automatically, once in a week, if you are following, this fasting, and you are eating only the alkaline food, slowly after 3 months, because once in a week means 4 times a month, you will do fast. So 4 days will be only the alkaline food. So that will make your body more alkaline. In turn, mind will also become very calm, which will help in the process of regeneration of cells. So once the regeneration of cells starts happening, so naturally the diseases, you will be slowly free from all the diseases. It takes time, but it actually happens. Only thing was कि हमने alkaline diet लिया, हमने fasting किया, तो हमारा पेट खाली था, तो हीलिंग प्रोसेस हुई. हीलिंग प्रोसेस की वजह से हमारे नए सेल्स बनने लगे. That is autophagy induced during fasting. Simple logic, which is a big hit in science world today from 2016 after he received the Nobel Prize. Okay, so this is a very normal, natural, common thing which we Indians were following since ages, but now thoda sa we have forgotten. So we have to bring ourselves in the right track. So slowly, when you start doing this, have one-time meal the day you fast. So that meal will be only millet. Kyun millet? Because millet is also alkaline, even though it is cooked, but it is rich in minerals and vitamins. So you can include one-time millet. So every week, choose one day. आप हफ्ते का एक दिन select करो, और वो एक दिन आप हर हफ्ते करके देखना. तो slowly you will see the difference. Okay. Now again, अच्छा, buttermilk. When you are actually doing the fasting, this kind of fasting, so I always say better to avoid milk, buttermilk and milk products. क्योंकि milk, of course, आप वो एक दिन मत लो buttermilk भी, but the next day onwards you can definitely have. Okay, now can I take sabudana kheer? Now again, खीर जब हम बनाएंगे तो खीर we will add sugar to it. Sugar is acidic. So when you want to make, if you want to have something sweet, तो आप millet में भी specifically I'm saying you take little millet. Little millet में of course you can make like sweet pongal which South Indians we make na. तो उसमें you add jaggery instead of sugar. That can be done. Okay, but no milk. Okay. Can you put some light on intermittent fasting? Does it? Of course, intermittent fasting will help like anything. Intermittent fasting se aap agar, but it has to be continuously all 7 days, at least 3 months. Then you will see the difference. Okay. So intermittent fasting ke liye what we do is you have to fast at least 14 to actually 16 to 18 hours, but initially it is difficult. So you can start with 12 hours, then slowly you can increase 14. So once your body is comfortable, so 16 hours, 15 to 16 hours you can do. No need to go for 18 hours. So intermittent fasting when you do, very sincerely, 100% guaranteed, lot of changes you will find in your health. But intermittent fasting is not like Navratri fasting. एक दिन किया, 3 दिन किया, 9 दिन किया, बस. It has to be every day. So every day, how do we do? Night में, suppose you finish your dinner at 7 o'clock. So next morning till 7, it's 12 hours. So अगर आप 6 बजे भी उठ जाते हो तो कुछ मत लेना. It's just water. You can take water. That's it. Okay. But after 12 hours, say at least 13 hours, so 8 o'clock, the first thing is you have a glass of juice, specifically a vegetable juice. क्योंकि है ना, थोड़ा हम लोग को आदत होती है, whenever doctor also gives some medicine, no, तो वो medicine में भी हम लोग अपना भी कुछ अपने हिसाब से medicine में कुछ change करके भी ले लेते हैं. डॉक्टर अगर बोलता है 5 दिन के लिए लो तो हम बोलते हैं बस 5 दिन के 3 दिन काफी है. So why I am saying this is many people say that why to take juice? Juice से तो सब nutrient चला जाएगा. We can have salad. We can take कच्चा, beetroot rather than juice. The reason why we should have juice is because when we have juice is thin. If you do not have juicer, then you can put it in your mixer, add water, churn it, strain it, and then drink this juice. Why the first thing has to be juice? Because juice is liquidy water. It is alkaline in nature. And if you see the system, our digestive system, how does it appear? It's like very thin wire. You all remember, right, your science class? When you all, maybe if you Google search, you will find that thin, it's a thin wire kind of thing. So itna patla jaise na, for example, this is also quite thick. If you see this pen, इस बहुत पतली होती है हमारे digestive system, इससे भी पतली होती है. So when the juice enters inside this system, intestine, तो इसके आसपास में जो भी कचरा जमा होता है ना, which cannot be removed by anything, no machine can remove. जब हम जूस पीते हैं इंटरमिटेंट फास्टिंग करके, हम पहला जब जूस पीते हैं तो जूस अल्कलाइन होता है और इसके अंदर से जब पास होता है तो जितना भी कचरा जमा हुआ है सालों से वो पूरा क्लीन होने लगता है. That is the reason why we take juice in the morning. So after 12 or 13 hours of fasting, first thing should be a glass of juice. It can be either a tender coconut water, it can be any vegetable juice. The best juice, अगर आपको अपना सिस्टम क्लियर करना है तो सबसे बेस्ट जूस है एशगॉड का जूस. Ashgod juice, you must have heard. Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev also talks about Ashgod. He says कि साउथ इंडिया में Ashgod को हम लोग घर के सामने लगा के रखते हैं नेगेटिव एनर्जी से बचाने के लिए. तो in one of his videos he said, उसी ऐश गॉड को अगर जूस बना के पी लो तो अंदर की सारी नेगेटिविटी चली जाएगी. ओके, सो रिमेम्बर टू हैव दैट जूस 12 या 13 घंटे के बाद में. जूस पीने के बाद में गिव अ गैप ऑफ 1 आवर. 1 घंटे के गैप के बाद में टेक मोनो फ्रूट, स्मॉल अमाउंट में मोनो फ्रूट. से इफ यू आर टेकिंग एप्पल, 1 मीडियम एप्पल. If it is banana, 2 small banana. If it is papaya, 1 small bowl of papaya. If it is pear, so 1 medium pear. इस तरह से 1 fruit you take. After having 1 fruit, then directly it will be brunch, no breakfast. It is you, because when you do intermittent fasting, it has to be twice. अब 2 टाइम मील का कंसेप्ट है. ओके, सो यू विल हैव डायरेक्टली ब्रंच. सो अगर आपने 7 बजे रात में डिनर किया था तो नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग में 8 o'clock जूस, उसके बाद में 9 o'clock फ्रूट, उसके बाद में से अराउंड 11-11:30 को यू विल हैव योर लंच, प्रॉपर लंच. सो इन द लंच यू स्टार्ट विथ सैलेड. उसके बाद में नॉर्मल आपका जो भी फूड रहता है, बिकॉज व्हेन यू स्टार्ट इंटरमिटेंट फास्टिंग आपको बहुत ज्यादा भूख लगेगी. So maybe your quantity of food will increase, but that is fine. That's the reason you start with salad. Salad खाना आप proper, आप lunch करना, वो हो जाएगा. lunch के 1 घंटे के बाद में you can have buttermilk. So around 11 o'clock, 11:30 if you are having your lunch, 12:30 को buttermilk. By 3:30, 4 o'clock you will be again hungry. अब वापस से आपको भूख लगेगी. तो वो टाइम पे एक अच्छा थिक स्मूदी यू मेक, वीगन स्मूदी यू कैन मेक, अच्छा वाला. और या फिर आप ज्यादा क्वांटिटी में फ्रूट वो टाइम पे ले सकते हो. द मेन रीजन व्हेन वी आर डूइंग अल्कलाइन फास्ट इंटरमिटेंट फास्टिंग इज, जितना ज्यादा होगा उतना अल्कलाइन डाइट लेते हैं इंटरमिटेंट फास्टिंग में. सो बेसिकली इट इज से you can call it as 50-50 और 60-40 का कंसेप्ट. इन द सेंस आधा अल्कलाइन डाइट, एनी कुक्ड फूड हम 2 बार खा रहे हैं तो वो थोड़ा तो एसिडिक रहेगा ही, क्योंकि हम उसको पका देते हैं तो एसिडिक होना ही है. इसके लिए हम लोग साथ में जूस, स्मूदीज, फ्रूट्स, ये सारी चीजें ले रहे हैं क्योंकि ये प्रॉपर अल्कलाइन है. सो इट्स अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एसिडिक as well as alkaline food. तो आपका आफ्टरनून में अराउंड 3:30-4 o'clock को you can have a big glass of smoothie or you can have a big bowl of fruit. And then फिर से अगर आपको भूख लगती है तो nuts खा सकते हो, थोड़ा सा cashews, थोड़े से soaked almonds, all these things. And dinner, early dinner you can have. So initially, and once you finish your dinner, which means कुछ आप उसके आगे नहीं ले सकते हो. ठीक है. So this is intermittent fasting. When you do this very sincerely, so weight loss, lot of health benefits आपको automatically पता चलेगा. This is intermittent fasting. But the other one is weekly ones. अगर आप intermittent fasting नहीं हो रहा है तो हफ्ते में एक बार आप fasting जरूर करना. Okay. Yeah, so this was about the fasting. Okay, what is the right way to break fast? Right way to break fast is only by juice. आप रात भर जब ब्रेक करके फास्ट को ब्रेक सुबह जब करोगे, so that has to be with juice only. First is water, water is neutral, then juice, juice is alkaline. Okay, juice can be carrot and no, do not mix carrot and lemon. It can be carrot and sweet lime, not limbu, not limbu. Okay, so जब आप 16 घंटे 17 घंटे का फास्टिंग कर रहे हो तो डायरेक्टली मॉर्निंग में डोंट टेक लेमन. हाँ, यू कैन कंबाइन कैरेट एंड स्वीट लाइम, जहाँ पे कैरेट ज्यादा स्वीट लाइम कम रहेगा. ठीक है. Okay, I haven't tried millets yet, but believe not good for people having hypothyroidism. See all the millets, especially the Shiridhanya, 5 positive millets. They are, if you have heard about Dr. Khadar Valli, he has cured all the lifestyle diseases, right from thyroid to everything, only by eating millets. So that is Shiridhanya, 5 positive millets. So definitely little millet is very helpful and safe too. Okay. Okay, I'm diabetic. When I fast, I feel very weak. How to see when you are, if you are diabetic and if you fasting में भी थोड़ा फिर ध्यान देके करना होगा. Just because I have told so don't fast, you have to take care of your body also. So when you are diabetic, make sure, because glucose, there's chance that sudden drop down of glucose might happen. तो उसके लिए आपको हमेशा अपने पास में dates रखना होगा. So dates is the only option which you can have with you. Second is the sweet fruits. Okay, sweet fruits like, for example, banana is there, papaya is there, pineapple is there. These are certain fruits, and in vegetables, beetroot is there. All these contain natural amount of, they are, good amount of glucose. So if you are planning to fast and if you are diabetic, so make sure that you have all these things near you. And secondly, if you are traveling, so do not fast. Diabetic people, when you are going on a journey or when you are traveling, or मतलब वो time पे आप fast मत करना. If you are at home, if you are comfortable, then do fasting. Keep all these things with you. Okay. मैं पूरी कोशिश करूंगी. Okay. नहीं, आप पूरी कोशिश करना. ज्यादा अपने आप को ओवर स्ट्रेन भी मत करना. But definitely it will help you. Okay. So Shamla ji has raised her hand, and Neha ji, आप कुछ पूछना चाह रहे हैं? Or anyone else who would like to share something? I think fasting के नाम से आप अभी डरोगे नहीं. No, nothing to share or ask.
Yes. Bhavani ji, I am diabetic. You told me to keep pineapple and banana. Is it not also having sugar? Pineapple particularly?
Yes, if you are going for fast, as you said, I think you have only put this message, right? That you become weak. So when you are fasting, the body is becoming weak. So it needs some sugar also, I mean glucose also, because there might be sudden drop down of glucose if you are fasting. So for that, you need something which will help you to increase the glucose level. So these are the things which will help to increase the glucose level in case if you are fasting and you are feeling weak.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you have to keep this. Okay.
Thank
you. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Lax sir.
Hello. My experience, I've been unknowingly doing intermittent
fasting. A little louder. Can you be a little louder?
Hello.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay, I think I have been doing intermittent fasting unknowingly, because what I have been following is Dr. Dixit's eating twice, identifying the time that is when you are at your peak of hunger. तब जाके खाना खाओ. So which for me, I have identified that around 12:30 in the afternoon is my peak खाने का time, So I have say around, and all I have is a huge bowl of salad consisting of one kakdi, one tomato, half a shimla mirchi, and onions. All this chopped along with dry fruits, that is badam, pista, and all those powdered, and with, if at all, some save on top of it, like garnishing. So this is what I mainly have, and then follow it up with a glass of buttermilk. But what you said is avoid buttermilk or milk products.
For intermittent fasting, don't avoid. If you are doing proper fasting, like once in a week or Navratri fasting, where you will not have any cooked food the entire day, so that day you avoid milk and milk products.
Okay, so here, actually I have sabjis also, vegetables I have, along with, first is raw thing you have, then you have semi-cooked or some cooked item.
Correct.
And then again you go back at around 7:30 at night. यही होते रहता है. In between, if you feel hungry, what Dr. Dixit suggests is you have 1 spoon of curd and then mix a lot of water and have it if you are
Correct.
feeling hungry. Or if you are non-diabetic, have peru, half
Yes.
peru, egg food. And for diabetic people, he says have half a tomato in between if you cannot control your hunger. It has worked for me because I did this. I have been doing this from 2020, and it is continuing, and then it's become way of life. So this is something which I follow. Should I do complete because I avoid carbs in a very big way. Very rarely do I eat rice or roti. So only when we travel and some of those days, it becomes cheating days. But if I am at home, this is what I follow, and it works fine with me. So over and above that, or should I completely stop on those 3 days की जैसे आपने कहा वही करें?
Maybe because if your body is now used to this kind of diet, so naturally you continue with that. But that 1 day or 3 days you're told it is Navratri enough, so that will even more clear the system. That 1 day or 3 days when you are doing that kind of fasting, no? So that will clear the entire system, and that's the seasonal change.
See, इसमें एक ही है कि there is a dependency element. If you say that we either have a smoothie or a juice, fresh juice, so then I don't do it myself. If with chopping of vegetables I can do. Doing rest of the thing, powdered stuff is already there, so it's easy for me to mix. So that is a challenge I will have because then I am dependent on my wife. She should find the time to do that.
Right. So that one more thing is, I have shared one protein powder recipe on my channel. So many people, they liked it because once you make it, so it will stay there for, in refrigerator for at least 1 month. You have to just take out the powder and add, some water to it or maybe coconut milk or something, which depends on which one is easier for you. So some people say that water ही बहुत आराम है, पानी उसमें मिक्स कर दिया और उसमें एक बनाना मिक्स किया और churn कर लिया मिक्सी में, so taste is also good. So
incidentally, Dr. Dixit has told no bananas, no sweet fruit, only peru or santra is what allowed for us. Because I had diabetes then. I reversed it later, but
you had mentioned. Yeah. But what happens is that, like when you're following one particular diet, the body also gets used to it.
That, right.
Okay. So later what happens that again after a certain time, we need to do some changes also. It's like, if I start Surya Namaskar and initially I started with 11. So after 5-6 months, 1 year, I'm used to 11 Surya Namaskar. Body को कुछ पेन ही नहीं हो रहा है करके. So थोड़ा सा और अगर हम एक्स्ट्रा मैं करती हूँ, so instead of 11, 15, 17, तो थोड़ा सा और पेन होगा, फिर थोड़ा सा वेट लॉस होगा, ऐसे करके ना. Similarly with diet also, हम जब एक में कंफर्टेबल हो जाते हैं ना, फिर beyond that we have to start thinking. तो उसके लिए
you have to stretch.
Yeah, so उसके लिए बीच-बीच में you can bring some changes.
Okay.
That's the only
this
thing.
This Navratri, let me try 3 days how it goes.
Huh?
This Navratri I will try for 3 days.
One day you try and see how you feel. One day. Yeah.
So I have also remained on water diet for a full day without anything, only water. Once when we were doing yoga, we were told to do that. वो भी किया था, and I have survived and sustained all these things.
Good.
चिंता नहीं है, there is no scare that मैं कैसे कर पाऊंगा, वो नहीं होगा, कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Good. Okay, good. Thanks. So wish you all a very happy Navratri. So, okay. I hope. अच्छा ये please share the link. अभी link ना कैसे share करूँ from. What I'll do is I'll share with Firoz. He can share it in the group then. ठीक है? Okay. So thank you all. Thank you very much. Happy Navratri. ठीक है, और नवरात्रि होने के बाद में आप अपना ये करने के बाद fasting, then let me know. Some task I also give, whether you do it or not, I keep giving homework. Okay, चलिए, thank you very much. Thank you. Bye. Happy Navratri once again.